find myself doing something. I didn't want to be a burden to my family. I didn't want to be a burden to my mother. Already my mother is in hospital, bedridden. All I had to search for and look for and chase is that man that could one day be free of being dependent on her. So it mattered to me because all she said, she used to say to me, there isn't a lot that I can do for you. The only thing I can give you is education. What you do with that education is up to you. And I'm not going to be here forever. So those words, I'm not going to be here forever, they used to ring in my head every single day. And I always asked myself, what is it that I can do? So I've tried so many different things. Even though literally, if I look at the fact that I was trained in the property industry through managing back rooms at home because she said I must manage them. Out of that, there was a combination of so many things that I was doing that I thought perhaps one day I could draw inspiration out of it and become a better person. So it was important. I might have not been able to phrase it as following the process, but in my heart, I believed it was leading somewhere.
Somewhere. All right.
And it speaks to hope, isn't it?
Yes.
The word says, hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled brings life, right? So hope deferred, meaning if somebody doesn't have something that they're hoping for.
They're working towards. Yeah.
Yes, something that they're working towards, right? It's easy for that person. It says it makes the heart sick, meaning that person can be depressed because there isn't something that they're looking forward to. So I constantly, myself, was looking forward to something. If it wasn't getting a degree. So if you've got a life, right? You must design it. How do you design it? You say, okay, I'm here now. Let me get a degree. It's only 3 years. Now you're hoping for the day you graduate. You're looking forward to this day that you graduate. You get that, you're like, okay, let me get a job if you want a job. You're looking forward to the day you get a job. You're constantly looking forward to something. So my mentor also once told me that he was telling me about this project that he did that took him 5 years. But from that project, he sold the shopping center for 600 million, one of the shopping centers in South Africa. And I said, what gave you the courage to wait 5 years? Because in my mind, I was a bit younger then. 5 years was a long time to wait for a project to materialize. And he said to me, apart from doing something that gives your life meaning every day, do something that you can look forward to in 5 years' time and look back and say, I've been working on this thing. And that's what a degree is. That's what a job is. That's what a project is. That's what a company is.
Navigating through difficult times, you have mentioned one, for instance. What would you say has been the role of prayer? And at what stage did you then decide, this property thing, I'm going for it?
So, right now I'll say, for instance, my property journey has evolved so much that it even gets into technology. There's a whole lot of things that have happened in my journey, right? That I didn't know I would get here. But the important thing for me is being able to do what you need to do that specific day, that specific week, that specific moment you have an opportunity to do something. So if you've been given a task to look after rooms, no matter how difficult it is, look after rooms. You've got a task in front of you. If you've been given a task to manage your mother's tomato stand, my man, manage the tomato stand. What do you need to do? You see, the problem is, sometimes you talked about managing difficult times, right? Sometimes we wish for a big life without managing our small life. To whom much is given, much is expected, right? But you manage the small stuff first. You are hoping to have 10 employees. Where's the one that God gave you? Are you looking after that one, right? You're looking to have a big life and be on TV and be speaking like this. What are you doing with the daily stuff? What are you doing with the person that God has put in front of you for you to encourage, for you to help out of the difficult situation? So prayer plays a role in a sense that, prayer doesn't change situations. It changes us. So, I prayed for my mother to be alive. My mother is late. My mother is late, and I was praying. I was full of faith. I was believing. I've seen other people get healed of the same stroke that she had, including my own grandmother. I've seen her get healed, and she didn't get the same amount of prayer that I prayed for my mother.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? So I didn't even understand. So sometimes you're in situations that you don't understand, but the prayer might not change the situation, but it can strengthen you. It can change you to be able to handle the difficult time that you are in.
You need to hold off right there.
I'm high energy.
And speak to someone who is almost giving up.
Yes.
Because the situations, no matter how hard they are praying, are not changing for the better as far as they are concerned.
Yeah. So you're already going through the situation. I always say, never waste a difficult time. If you've already gone through the difficult time, giving up is wasting it. So I can't go through difficult times for nothing. So for instance, I'll give you an example with me. Maybe you want to give up. I've lost my brother. I've lost my sister. I've lost my mom. I've lost my great-grandmother who raised me. So I've lost people. You know, I've even been through divorce, right? So I look at my life and say, did I go through all these terrible things to now give up here, right? So if I look at all those situations, I have got a 100% track record of making it through. If I'm sitting here with you, it means I've made it through. If you are alive, despite the situations that you've been through, it means you've made it through. You've got a 100% track record of making it. So why would you waste such a track record?
And give up.
And giving up means you are wasting the track record. You are saying to yourself, everything that I've gone through, it was in vain.
Yeah.
I've gone through it and I'm giving up.
Then once you realize that I have a track record, what next?
You know, mindset is everything. If you look at even how Jesus operates and how he asks questions in the Bible, right? It's all based on perception. The biggest question will be, what do you see? Remember when he healed the blind guy, right? And he asked him, what do you see? And he says, I see people walking around like trees. Now, if you see trees, you're going to chop them down, isn't it? But it means at that moment, there's a perception that you have. Are people trees? Of course not. You need to backtrack and say, through which mindset am I looking at this thing? Now, in my book, it's more than just money, right? I asked this question, what color glasses are you wearing?
Yeah.
So if I take glasses now and I wear them, and I see through clear, I won't be seeing the same way another guy who's wearing